First, there are 20 girls and 15 boys in a class. A part, what is the ratio of number of girls to the number of boys? B part, what is the ratio of number of girls to the total number of students in the class? So this is your first question, and we have to find ratio of number of girls to number of boys. Well, both of the values are given to us. That is, girls is 20 and boys are 15. Therefore, we write number of girls in a class is 20 and number of boys in a class is 15. So required ratio is simply a division. When you cut it, 4 5s are 20, 4 5s are 20 and 3 5s are 15. Now it is in simplest form, that is 4 by 3. And therefore it is your required ratio. Now B part. What is the ratio of number of girls? Number of girls is 20 to the total number of students. While total number of students is 20 plus 15. So it gives you 35. Therefore total number of students in a class is 20 plus 15, because girls and boys makes total number of class, that is 35. Now required ratio of girls to total students is 20 over 35, because 20 are girls and total number of students are 35. Therefore 4 5s are 20 and 7 5s are 35. So required ratio is 4:7. This was your question number first. By the way, what does this ratio means? When we write 4:3 and 4:7, it means that in case of 4:7, for total 7 students in a class, there are 4 girls. This is how you read ratios. Second, out of 30 students in a class, 6 like football, 12 like cricket and remaining like tennis. Find the ratio of A part, number of students liking football to number of students liking tennis, and B part, number of students liking cricket to total number of students. So we have 30 students total in a class. Football is liked by 6 and cricket by 12 and remaining like tennis. So how many people like tennis? Well, if you add 6 and 12 together to give you 18 and then subtract it by 30, you get the number of people who like tennis. So number of students liking football is 6. It is given to us. Therefore we write number of students liking football is 6. And then number of students liking tennis. Well, it is again, as we mentioned earlier, number of students liking tennis is 30 minus 18. 18 came by adding 6 and 12. So therefore it is 12 when you subtract it. Therefore required ratio is 6:12. In writing simplest term, 6 1s are 6, 6 2s are 12. Therefore 1:2 is the required ratio of football to tennis. Now here, number of students liking cricket to total number of students. Cricket is given to us 12 students and total number of students is also given, that is 30. Therefore total number of students is 30. We have written it. Now required ratio equals cricket to students. So 12:30. So 2 6 are 12, 5 6 are 30. 2 by 5 is the required ratio. Question third. See the figure and find the ratio of. This is your required figure. Inside the rectangle, there are different types of figures. Now based upon that, we will do number of triangles to the number of circles inside the rectangle. So let's find the number of triangles. As you can see here, there is 1, 2, 3. 3 triangles are there. Therefore, if we write number of triangles equals 3. Now we have to find number of circles. The circles are 1, 2. There are 2 circles. Therefore, we write number of circles equals 2. And the required ratio is triangles to circles, that is 3:2. So this is your A part. Now B, number of squares to all the figures inside the rectangle. Let's count the number of squares. Well, we can see here we have 2 squares Therefore, we write number of squares equals 2. And total figures inside the rectangle are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All the figures inside the rectangle are 7. Therefore, required ratio is square to total figure, that is 2:7. Now C part, number of circles to all the figures inside the rectangle. Now we have counted circles, there are 2. Therefore, we write again 2, and all the figures we have calculated earlier, that is 7. Now you can see earlier question also had same ratio, that is 2:7. So this was your question number 3rd. 4th, distance traveled by Hamid and Akhtar in an hour are 9 km and 12 km. Find the ratio of speed of Hamid to the speed of Akhtar. Well, you can see here, these are Hamid and this is Akhtar. Hamid travels 9 km and Akhtar travels 12 km. It is given in the question, therefore we have written it. But it hasn't mentioned in how many time. So let's assume for an hour. They ran for an hour, and after 1 hour, Hamid was 9 km and Akhtar was at 12 km because speed of Akhtar is more. Now let's go further. Find the ratio of speed of Hamid to the speed of Akhtar. Well, we are not given with the speeds, we are given with the distances. Therefore, we have written distances of both, that is 9 km, and of Akhtar is 12 km. But we have to take the speed into consideration. So here we have assumed for hour, but we cannot take for hour because we don't know for how many period they have ran. But what we can do is we can write it in terms of unit time. Unit time can be anything for minutes, for hours, or for days, although they can't run for days. Now speed of Hamid is 9 km per unit time. Because units have to be same in order to make a ratio possible. Therefore, these are equal, they ran for equal amount of time. Now speed of Akhtar is 12 km per unit time. Therefore, required ratio is, when you divide it, unit time gets cancelled out. Similarly, kilometer gets cancelled out, and 9 by 12 is 3 by 4 because 3 3s are 9, 4 3s are 12. 3 by 4 in its simplest form. Therefore, this was the required ratio of Hamid and Akhtar's speed. That was your question number 4. 5th, fill in the following blanks. So these are the blanks, we have to fill them by using the ratios concept. So first of all, what we see here, 15/18, when we convert it into simplest form, and when we see the other form, it is 6. So how we can attain 6 from 18 when divided it by 3? Similarly, now we have to divide 15 by 3 because ratios have to be equivalent. So 5 is the outcome because 15 by 3 is 5. Now we have got this part. Now we will see how we can get to 10. Well, when we multiply 5 into 2, we get to 10. Here we multiplied the numerator part with 2. Therefore, we have to multiply denominator with 2 as well. Therefore, 6 2s are 12. That's why we multiplied with 2 to get you 12. Now we have reached second step. Now final step, we have to see how we can go to 30 from 12. Well, we cannot go by multiplication or division. Now we will see from this. So 6 5s are 30. Yes, we can go from here. Therefore, we took this fraction. Now again, we have to multiply with 5. So 5 5s are 25. Remember, we have to multiply or divide with the same number. Are these equivalent ratio? Well, yes, these are equivalent ratio. Why? Because they all come down to 5 by 6. You can see here 15 by 18. When 15 is divided by 3, it comes 5. When 18, it comes 6. And again, 10 by 12 can also be written as 5 by 6. Similarly, for 25 by 30 can also be written as 5 by 6. Therefore, these are equivalent ratios. So this was your question number 5. 6th, find the ratio of the following. Again, the same thing. A part 81 to 108. We have to make them in simplest form. So we have written it. Now we will cut it. So 9 9s are 81 and 12 9s are 108. Further, it is reducible, as you can see, by 3. So 3 3s are 9 and 4 3s are 12. Now it is not reducible because we have attained the simplest form. So 3 by 4 is the required ratio. Now 98 to 63. 98, when we see it, it comes in 14 table. So 14 sevens are 98, and you can see here 9 sevens are 63. So 14:19 is your required ratio. C part, 33 km to 121 km. So 33 km or 121 kilometer gets cancelled out, and it has a factor of 11. So 11 threes are 33 and 11 11s are 121. Therefore 3:11 is your required ratio. D part, 30 minutes to 45 minutes. Well, again, units are same. Minutes get cancelled out, and 6 5s are 30, 9 5s are 45. And again, reducible, 2 3s are 6 and 3 3s are 9. Therefore 2/3 is your required ratio. Seventh part, find the ratio of the following. Now, what we see here at the first look, that minutes and hours are not same units. We have to change in same kind of units. So it is better to go to smaller units. Therefore, we will convert hours into minutes. So 1.5 hours, what does it mean? It means 1 complete hour, okay? And half means 30 minutes, because half an hour is 30 minutes. So 60 plus 30 gives you 90 minutes. Therefore, we have written 30 minutes is to 90 minutes. Now, the units are same, we can operate on it. Minutes get cancelled out, 0 0 gets cancelled out, and 1 3s are 3, 3 3s are 9. Therefore, required ratio is 1:3. Similarly, here we see that units are not same, we have to convert it. We know that meter is equal to 100 centimeter. 1 meter equal to 100 centimeter, and 0.5 means half of a meter, that is 50 centimeter. Again, 100 plus 50 gives you 150 centimeter. Now the units are same. We can cut centimeter, 0 0, and 4/15 is not reducible. They don't divide each other. Therefore, 4/15 is your required answer. 55 paise to rupee 1. Well, again, not the same. We have to convert rupee into paisa. So 1 rupee, very well known, it is 100 paisa. Now paisa get reduced or cut, and 11 5s are 55, 25s are 100. So the required ratio is 11:20. D part, 500 milliliter to 2 liters. Again, 1 liter equals to 1000 milliliter. This is the conversion factor. So 2 would mean 2000 milliliter. Therefore now we are having same units. Now milliliter get cancelled out, 2 zeros are cancelled out, and 1 5s are 5, 4 5s are 20. Therefore required ratio is 1:4. Remember to make the units same. Eighth part, in a year, Seema earns rupees 1,50,000 and saves rupees 50,000. Find the ratio of A part, money that Seema earns, to the money she saves. So the solution is like this. We will do for A part. She earns 1.5 lakh or 1,50,000, and she saves, it is given to us 50,000 rupees. Now the required ratio is simple, earns to she saves. Both the values are known, we will just divide them. Or we can also represent in this linear form rather than in division form that you have learned from your earlier classes. So 4 zeros are cancelled straight away. Alright, now 1 5s are 5 and 3 5s are 50. So 3/1 is the required ratio. Now money that she saves to the money she spends. So we don't know how much she spends, but we can calculate it. If she earns this much and she saves this much, if we subtract the values, we get how much she spends. So she spends, we subtract both the values, that is 1.5 lakh minus 50,000, we get 1 lakh. So she spends 1 lakh rupees, therefore we have written it, and now we can find the required ratio. That is, she saves 50,000 to she spends, that is 1 lakh. It is very clear, you can do it mentally as well. 1 lakh is twice of 50,000. So 1:2 is your required ratio. Or you can do by other ways, by subtracting, by deducting zeros as well. Question 9. There are 102 teachers in a school of 33,000 students. Find the ratio of the number of teachers to the number of students. So what we have is total teachers in the school are given 102 teachers, and total students in a school are also given, that is 3300 students. Now we have to find the ratio of number of teachers to number of students. While both the values are given, we straight away put the values. That is 102 for teachers and 3300 to students. Now we cut it, so it is reducible by 2. 2 5s are 10, 2 1s are 2, and 2 1s are 2, 2 6s are 12, okay, then 2 5s are 10, then 0. Now 17 3s are 51, and here we can also divide by 3, so 3 5s are 15, 1 5, 3 5s are 15 again, so 0. Now this is 17 is to 550 is your required ratio. 10th, in a college, out of 4,320 students, 2,300 are girls. Find the ratio of A part, number of girls to total number of students. Well, we know the girls, so total students are 4,320 and total girls are given, that is 2,300. Boys are not given, but we can find them. How? If we subtract girls from students. So here you can subtract it, 330, 4 minus 2 is 2. So we got the total number of boys. Now we have to find the ratio of girls to the students. So girls are 2,300 and total number of students are 4,320. 0 cancelled out and divided by 2. 2 1s are 2, 2 1s are 2, and 2 5s are 10 because 1 was remainder. 2 2s are 4, 2 1s are 2, 1 is remainder, so 2 6s are 12. So required ratio is 115 to 216. Now B part, number of boys to the number of girls. Boys we have calculated 2020 and the girls are 2,300. So putting the values, 0 got cancels out and dividing by 2 1s are 2, 0 2 1s are 2, and here same way 2 1s are 2, 2 1s are 2 again, 1 is remainder, therefore it becomes 10, so 2 5s are 10. The required ratio is 101 to 115. Now C part, number of boys to number of students. So number of boys are 2020, so we write 2020 here, and total number of students are 4,320. Again 0 cancel, 2 1s are 2, 0 1, and 2 1s are 2, and similarly you can find 101 to 216. 11th, out of 1,800 students in a school, 750 opted basketball, 800 opted cricket, and remaining opted table tennis. If a student can opt only one game, find the ratio of. So first of all, let's write total number of students are 1,800. Alright, given. Now basketball is opted by 750, so we wrote it down. Then cricket lovers are 800, so we have written that as well. Now we are required to find table tennis, and it is also mentioned as only one game is opted, therefore only table tennis is there, no other games are there. So it means if we subtract 750 plus to 800 from 1,800, so this sum gives you 1,800 minus 1,550. Alright, so 250 is your required number of table tennis players. So we found all the 3 games players numbers. The first is number of students who opted basketball to the number of students who opted table tennis. So basketball to table tennis, we will write the values. Basketball is by 750 and table tennis we have found is 250. So we write it, cut 0 and 25 3s are 75. Therefore 3:1 is your required ratio. Three to 1 is your required ratio for the A part. Then B is number of students who opted cricket. Now we have to find with cricket with respect of basketball. So cricket is loved by 800. Therefore we write 800. And basketball is 750. Again 0 cancel out. Dividing by 5. 5 ones are 5. 3 0 5 6 are 30. Alright. Now 5 again. 5 ones are 5. 2 is remainder 25, so 5 5s are 25, gives you 16 is to 15 is your required ratio. Last part, number of students who opted basketball to the total number of students. So basketball is loved by 750, therefore we write 750 and total are 1800. 0, 0 cancel out. Now we divide by 5 again. 5 ones are 5, 2, 5, 5 5 are 25. Again here, 5 3s are 15. Okay, 3 is remainder, 0, 5 6 are 30. Again reducible by 5, 5 3s are 15, 12 3s are 36. So the required ratio is 5 is to 12. Question 12. Cost of a dozen pens is rupees 180 and cost of 8 ball pens is rupees 56. Find the ratio of the cost of pen to the cost of ball pen. So how you'll do it? So we write cost of dozen of pens is 180, dozen means 12, and cost of 8 ball pens is 56. This is given to us. Now what we will do, we have to find the cost of 1 pen and 1 ball pen. So 180 by 12 gives you cost of 1. Cost of pen and cost of ball pen. Okay, now 180 by 12 will give you cost of 1 pen, that is 15 rupees. Similarly, cost of 1 ball pen will be given by 56 upon 8, so 7. Now the required ratio is 15 is to 7. Why we calculated the cost of individual pen and ball pens? Because we cannot divide until we have the ratio same. That's why we have to do that step. So this was your question number 12. 13. Consider the following statement. Ratio of breadth and length of a hall is 2 is to 5. So this is your rectangular hall and the ratio is 2 is to 5 of breadth to length. Now complete the following table that shows some possible breadths and lengths of the hall. Now the breadths are given, lengths are given in meters, the units are same, so we can operate on it. So first is 10 is to 25. So if we see, so 10 by 5 is 2, and again 25 by 5 is 5. The required ratio is correct in the simplest form. Now here what we see in the denominator is 50. So how you can go to 5 from 50? Well, if you divide 50 by 10, therefore 50 by 10 gives you 5, or 5 tens are 50. Similarly, we'll have to do in the upper part. So 2 tens are 20, therefore it is multiplied by 10. Now here what we see, it is 40. 2 into 20 gives you 40. Similarly, we'll have to multiply with 20 with 5. So 25 is a 100, therefore 100 came. So this is how you do and find your question. 14. Divide 20 pens between Sheela and Sangeeta in the ratio of 3 is to 2. So first of all, how you do it, you add the ratios to get the whole part, that is 3 plus 2 is 5. Total parts of 5. What does it mean? 3 parts is of Sheela and Sangeeta is having 2 parts. So Sheela gets how much? 3 is to 5. 3 out of 5 into 20. So 5 4s are 20. Therefore we cut it, and 4 3s are 12. So she gets 12 pens. Now it is very easy. If we subtract 12 from 20, we get the share of Sangeeta. Therefore Sangeeta gets 12 minus 12 equal to 8 pens. 15. Mother wants to divide rupees 36 between her daughters Shreya and Bhumika in the ratio of their ages. If age of Shreya is 15 years and age of Bhumika is 12 years, find how much Shreya and Bhumika will get. Now how you do it? You can add the sum of their ages, because on this basis we have to divide the money. So it turns out to be 27 years. Now total money to be divided is 36. Now what is the Shreya shares? It is her age, that is 15, because money has to be divided in terms of ages over total parts. So 15 over 27 into 36. Now 9 3s are 27, 5 3s are 15. Now again divisible, 1 9s are 9, 4 9s are 36, and 5 4s are 20. So Shreya gets 20 rupees. Now Bhumika's share is very easy to find. Simply subtract 20 out of 36. So it gives you 16 as the Shreya of Bhumika. Now 16. Present age of father is 42 years and that of son is 14 years. Find the ratio of present age of father to present age of son. Both the values are given. We just have to put them. So 42 over 14. So 21 2 is a 42, 7 is a 14, 3 7 is a 21, 1 7 is a 7. So 3 is to 1 is your required ratio. Second, age of father to age of son when son was 12 years old. So when the son was 12 years old, it means father is 40 years old. How? Well, difference between 14 and 12 is 2. Now we have to subtract father age by 2. So 40. 42 minus 2 is 40. Now writing value 40 is to 12. 22 is a 40. And 6 to the 12. And 10 to the 20. 3 to the 6. Simplest form is 10 is to 3. This is your required ratio. Now C part. Age of father after 10 years to the age of son after 10 years. What does it mean? We have to add in both the ages of father and son 10. So 42 becomes 52 and 14 was your current age of son plus 10 is 24. Now we have to take the ratios, that is father to the son. So 52 to 24. So 26 to the 52 and 12 to the 24. Again 13 to the 26 and 6 to the 12. So the required ratio is 13 is to 6. Now D part, age of father to age of son when father was 30 years old. Now if father was 30 years old, then how much the son was? So 30 years old means 42 minus 30 gives you 12. So we have to subtract 12 from 14 as well. So son was 2 years old, 14 minus 12 is 2. Therefore writing the values, father is to son is 30 is to 2. Therefore 15 to the 30. So 15 is to 1 is your required ratio. And that was your last question, question number 16.